how to draw the graph of y is equal to sine inverse of sine theta, right? For that, okay, what is the domain of sine inverse of sine theta, right? What is domain? Domain of sine inverse x is closed interval minus 1 comma 1. For sine inverse of sine theta, for sine inverse of for sine inverse of sine theta, sine inverse of sine theta, right? The domain of this function is minus 1 less than or equal to sine theta less than or equal to 1. This is true for all real values of theta. This is true for all real values of theta. Real values of theta. Therefore, domain is equal to R. Domain is equal to R. Okay? Right. Now, what is the range? Okay, for the sine theta belong to closed interval minus 1 comma 1, apply sine inverse. Sine inverse of sine theta belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. That is the range of the function, right? This is the domain and this is the range. Next, see how to draw the graph of y is equal to sine inverse of sine theta, right? Right, graph of y is equal to sine inverse of sine theta. Right, domain is R, range closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. The period of sine theta is 2 pi. What is the period of sine inverse of sine theta? Right? The period of sine theta is 2 pi. The period of sine inverse of sine theta is also 2 pi. Right. Now, take the domain values on x-axis, that is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, 5 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi, minus 5 pi by 2. Right, range values on y-axis, that is minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Right, by taking domain values on x-axis, range values on y-axis, right, this is the domain portion. Okay, draw the graph of y is equal to sine inverse of sine theta for the interval of length 2 pi, since 2 pi is the period of this function. Right, then repeat the graph of each interval of length 2 pi, right? Okay, now see the graph of y is equal to sine inverse of sine x, right? Take the domain values on x-axis, range values on y-axis, right? If x belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, y is equal to sine inverse of sine x. This is of the form f inverse of f of x, that is equal to x. Since sin x is a bisective function on closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, this is equal to x, right? In x belong to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, the graph is a straight line, that is y is equal to x, right? This is y is equal to x. Okay, now how to draw the remaining graph? Okay, for that first find sine inverse of sine pi by 2, sine inverse of sine pi by 2, that is equal to pi by 2. Now sine inverse of sine pi, sine inverse of sine pi is equal to 0, sine inverse of 0, that is equal to 0, right? Also find sine inverse sine of 3 pi by 2, sine 3 pi by 2, that is equal to sine inverse sine 3 pi by 2, sine 3 pi by 2 value minus 1, sine inverse of minus 1, that is equal to minus pi by 2, right? Sine inverse sine pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2, sine inverse sine pi, that is equal to 0, sine inverse sine 3 pi by 2 equal to minus pi by 2. Also x belong to closed interval pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. If x belong to closed interval pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, then what is the graph in this interval? Right? X belong to closed interval pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2 minus x belong to closed interval minus 3 pi by 2 comma minus pi by 2, right? Minus x belong to closed interval minus 3 pi by 2 comma minus pi by 2. Now pi minus x belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, right? Pi minus x belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, right? If x belong to closed interval pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, sine inverse of sine of pi minus x, sine inverse of sine of pi minus x, that is equal to pi minus x, right? Okay, the interval, closed interval pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, the graph is also a straight line, that is y is equal to pi minus x, right? Okay, right. This is the interval of length 2 pi. Okay, minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. That is the interval of length 2 pi. Okay, since the period of sine inverse of sine x is 2 pi, then repeats the graph of each interval of length 2 pi, right? Repeat the graph of each interval of length 2 pi, right? Finally, sine inverse of sine x is equal to sine inverse of sine x equal to odd multiples of pi minus x or x minus even multiples of pi. Once again, finally, sine inverse of sine x equal to odd multiples of pi minus x or x minus even multiples of pi, right? Now see the graph of y is equal to cos inverse of cos x, right? What is the domain of a function? What is the domain of a function? Okay, the domain is set of all real numbers, and the range of this function is closed interval 0 comma pi. Range of this function is closed interval 0 comma pi. Right. Here also the period of cos inverse of cos x, the period of cos inverse cos x is 2 pi. Cos inverse of cos x is 2 pi. Right. Okay, here also by taking the domain values on x-axis and range values on y-axis. Okay, range is closed interval 0 comma pi. Okay, right. If x belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, x belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, cos inverse cos x equal to x. This is the interval 0 to pi. Cos inverse of cos x equal to x. Therefore, the graph of this function in the interval is a straight line, that is y is equal to x. That is y is equal to x. Right. Now, what is the shape of the graph in the interval pi comma 2 pi? If x belong to closed interval pi comma 2 pi, what is the shape of the graph? Right? For that, okay, x belong to closed interval pi comma. Since cos inverse is a decreasing function, so cos inverse 1, that is 0, cos inverse minus 1, that is pi, cos inverse minus 1, that is pi, and x is equal to cos theta, and x is equal to cos theta. Cos inverse x means theta belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, and x is equal to cos theta minus x is equal to minus cos theta. Right? Here this is minus x, here this is minus x, that's why I am taking minus x. Minus x is equal to minus cos theta. Minus cos theta can be written as minus cos theta can be written as cos of pi minus theta. Cos of pi minus theta. Right? Here theta belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, minus theta belong to closed interval minus pi comma 0, pi minus theta belong to 0 comma pi. Pi minus theta belong to 0 comma pi, and cos of pi minus theta is equal to minus x. Right? Pi minus theta belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, and cos of pi minus theta is equal to minus x. Okay? By the definition of inverse functions, pi minus theta is equal to cos inverse of minus x. That implies pi minus theta, pi minus cos inverse x, is equal to cos inverse of minus x. Right? This is the way for getting cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Now, what is the value of cot inverse of minus x? Cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x, secant inverse of minus x, that is equal to pi minus secant inverse x, right? Tell me whether these functions are even or odd, right? Observe that these three functions are neither even nor odd functions, right? These three functions, cos inverse, cot inverse, secant inverse, are neither even nor odd functions, right? Okay, now what is sin inverse x in terms of cos inverse? Right. Okay, in this time also recall what is sin theta value in terms of cos theta. What is sin theta value in terms of cos theta? Sin theta is equal to square root of 1 minus cos square theta. Right, here sin inverse x is equal to cos inverse of square root of 1 minus x square if 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. What about x less than 0? Okay, how to write if x less than 0? Okay, see this sin inverse x equal to minus cos inverse root of 1 minus x square, right? Okay, see how to write this expression, this equation, right? Minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 0 and sin inverse x is equal to theta. Sin inverse x is equal to theta. Right, applying sin inverse minus 1 minus pi by 2 less than sin inverse x less than sin inverse 0, 0 minus pi by 2 less than theta less than 0 minus pi by 2 less than theta less than 0, right? And sin inverse x equal to theta, x equal to sin theta, right? X is equal to sin theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to square root of 1 minus sin square theta. Cos theta equal to square root of 1 minus sin square theta, right? Cos theta is equal to root of 1 minus x square. Theta lie between minus pi by 2 to 0, right? So this is not the domain of cosine function. Okay, this is not the domain of cos theta. So cos theta is the same as cos of minus theta. Cos theta is same as cos of minus theta, and theta lie between this interval. Multiply minus sign with this inequality, that implies 0 less than minus theta less than pi by 2, right? Now this is the domain of cos, and cos of minus theta is equal to square root of 1 minus x square, right? By the definition of inverse trigonometric functions, minus theta is equal to cos inverse of square root of 1 minus x square, right? Here theta is equal to sin inverse x. Therefore, sin inverse x is equal to minus cos inverse of root of 1 minus x square, right? Observe this carefully. If x greater than or equal to 0, sin inverse x equal to cos inverse root of 1 minus x square. If x less than 0, that is also equal to minus cos inverse square root of 1 minus x square. Right. Now, tan inverse x is equal to, right, in trigonometry, tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Right. Okay. Here, this is tan inverse x. How to write tan inverse x in terms of sin inverse, in terms of cos inverse? Okay. Right. How to write tan inverse x in terms of sin inverse and in terms of cos inverse? Right. For that, okay, let tan inverse x is equal to theta, tan inverse x equal to theta, x equal to tan theta, x is equal to tan theta. Consider a right angled triangle. Consider a right angled triangle. This is theta, tan theta, opposite side by adjacent side. Now the hypotenuse is square root of 1 plus x square. Hypotenuse is square root of 1 plus x square. From this right angled triangle, sin theta is equal to, sin theta is equal to x by square root of 1 plus x square, opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, 1 by square root of 1 plus x square. From this, tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse of x by root of 1 plus x square is equal to cos inverse of 1 by square root of 1 plus x square when x greater than 0. Right. Okay. What is the value of cos inverse x plus sin inverse x? Right. In trigonometry, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Now, in inverse functions, what is the relation between cos inverse and sin inverse? Right? Okay. Previously, see a relation sin inverse x equal to cos inverse square root of 1 minus x square. Right. There is another relation between cos inverse and sin inverse. Right. What is the value of cos inverse x plus sin inverse x? That is equal to pi by 2 for all x belong to closure interval minus 1 comma 1. What is the value of cos inverse 2 plus sin inverse 2? What is the value of cos inverse 2 plus sin inverse 2? Is it pi by 2 or not? Is it pi by 2 or not? Right. Generally, students are told that is equal to pi by 2. Right. But this is not equal to pi by 2. This is not defined. This is not defined since 2 does not belong to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Right? Now, what is the relation between tan inverse and cot inverse? Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. This is true for all x belong to R. This is true for all x belong to R. Right? Now, what is the relation between secant inverse x and cosecant inverse x? This is also secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x is equal to pi by 2 for all x belong to the domain of LHS, domain of these two functions. Okay, right. How to prove, how to derive cos inverse x plus sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Right? See the proof. Let x belong to closed interval minus 1 comma 1 and sin inverse x is equal to theta. That implies sin inverse x belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, and sin theta is equal to x. Right. That implies theta belong to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, right? And sin theta is equal to x, right? X equal to sin theta, that is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus theta. X equal to cos of pi by 2 minus theta, right? Here this is pi by 2 minus theta, right? Okay, relating to that angle, theta belong to this, minus theta also belong to this, minus theta also same interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, right? Pi by 2 minus theta, pi by 2 minus theta belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, right? Pi by 2 minus theta belong to closed interval 0 comma pi, and cos of pi by 2 minus theta is equal to x by the definition of inverse trigonometric functions. Pi by 2 minus theta, pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cos inverse x. Okay, that implies cos inverse x, theta is sin inverse x, cos inverse x plus sin inverse x, that is equal to pi by 2, right? Cos inverse x plus sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2, right? This is the way to derive remaining two results also. Okay.